is like, I have no opinion on, I mean, I just care about this band. Don't really care about what other bands are doing.
Reviving rock and roll is someone else's, statement, about us. That was the way like they defined us, or what they thought we were doing or trying to do. We're not really trying to do anything, and we're not trying to revive anything, because everything's already dead, you know what I mean? So it's like,
well, it's just natural. It's like, it's not something that we consciously do, we just do it.
I almost refuse to answer like questions, really, honestly, about like rock and roll and stuff, because I think ultimately that's just like kind of against what we are. Like, rock and roll is a label itself, So like asking us what we think about it is like nothing, We don't think anything about it. Like, what the fuck is rock and roll, I guess when I was younger,
yeah, it's hard to, we don't intellectualize about it. We just do it.
It's like like when we're younger, it's like a young thing.
Well, it's also like what Gordon was saying. It's a feeling, It's you play the music that you feel is right, and whatever anybody wants to label is what they'll label it. But we don't do it thinking it's rock and roll.
Then you could tell. You could always tell.
Rock and roll.
Well, I mean, my favorite band is like the Stooges, so I mean, if someone's gonna compare us to that, then like, it's pretty cool.
I mean, I think it all depends on who the person is, how like honest, like, they're comparing us to whatever it is that they think they love or know. And I mean, I don't like being compared to anything ever. I think everyone is like here for their own reason, and no one could do what each person can do themselves, Like, we can never do like what the Stooges did, but the Stooges could never do what we're doing, The Stooges weren't like 23 in 2015, 16, whatever it was. And I mean, but when someone compares you, like, to the Stooges per se, or like the Ramones or something, bands that we love and bands that they probably love, it's just because they're trying to find, like, maybe a good way to express, like how much they like us or whatever it is that they think we're trying to do. Or, it's just a compliment, really. But do we like it? No, don't like being compared. No.
Well, that's how we all met, pretty much. That's how like we got to know like the city real well and stuff, and like just, I mean, when you're growing up skating and shit, like the amount of shit that you get into, just going spots and stuff, like, it was like certain like experiences and people that you meet and stuff, like real creative people and stuff. Like the skate scene is like definitely like, for us at least, it was kind of like a breeding ground for like what we've become, and he still skates all the time. I don't skate that much anymore, but it's definitely like an identity,
I think
we all hate each other.
Yeah, we all hate and love each other, But that's like,
well, we've been through fucking,
almost honest answer.
The three of us have been through so much together, like over the past couple of years, that, I mean, when we're playing and stuff, like, we've known each other long enough that we know how each other think, and like, when we're playing and stuff and say, I wanna like end a song differently or take a solo somewhere that's not rehearsed, like, all I have to do is like make eye contact with them, and like, they pick up on it. There's like a certain thing that the three of us have that like is very organic, and like it's almost like telepathic in a way. And it's not something that's tangible. It's like very like you don't really notice it like when you're very much into a song. And like it gets to the point where like we're all so locked in that like a lot of times after we're done playing, I don't even remember playing the song because you're so like involved in the moment. And like the three of us connect that way.
I think like our relationship grew through music because our love for music. So I think we found what we you know, we've been talking about this recently too. You know, the older you get and the longer you're in it, it's like we love the music, you know, so much that nothing is more important than that to us. That's why we're doing it, you know. We're in this like all the way till the end, whatever that is.
Also, we don't really have a plan B, so
yeah,
kind of
this
together.
Is it. Exactly. So, like, our relationship is now like, you know, tenfold like what any other like normal relationship would be because of, you know, what we've like built together and what you can't, you know, take down.
Yeah, I mean,
like
we're past the point of like personal shit getting in the way of stuff because it's everything that could possibly have happened has happened, and like you know, we're past that point and we're at the point where like we could put the music first and understand that like this is what it's about, like this is the important thing, and like whether not like there's any personal drama and shit like that takes a back seat to like what we're trying to accomplish.
Basically what I think about us, really, like my ultimate statement really should just be, you know, no one's like us and no one's as good as us to me. And I think we're the best and I love listening to our music because it was, you know, only since the Ramones was there a band that, you know, wouldn't let anything personal like affect the fucking music. You know, I see that shit everywhere. I mean, we're not even fucking people, we're almost aliens at this point. Call us whatever the fuck you want, but it's like we're not gonna let whatever the fuck happens, you know, in our personal life affect the music. The music will always keep going, you know. And I feel like my message to anyone out there who thinks they could do what we do, or like play this fucking music, or be even like, you know, involved in any kind of way in the music industry is, if you can let, you know, your personal relationships with other people or your just personal life every day today affect your music, then you shouldn't be playing fucking music because that means there's something more important, you know, than the music. And that's just not right. Wouldn't know.
Well, I mean, I've pretty much taken care of that. I mean, people basically what I've learned is that you can't take somebody at their word, because people will promise you the fucking world, and until they actually do it, then, you know, it's like the ends justify the means. Like, I don't care how certain things get done, but as long as they happen, then that's all that matters. But, you know, people, I mean, I've, like, labels and shit like that, like, I've been told so much stuff, they're gonna do this, that, this, whatever, and then it just doesn't happen, you know what I mean? Like, they talk big game and shit, and then if you have a problem, you gotta call somebody, and they don't have the answer, they gotta connect you to some other dude, and you go up and up and up, and suddenly, like, fucking no one's answering and shit, and then one day you freak the fuck out on them, and they don't answer your phone calls anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's ultimately that. I mean, end result, it's like, I feel like labels are scared of us, really, or anything like us, you know, because we are so honest and raw. You know, you ask us a question, you know, we're gonna give you the fucking answer, you know.
We're very much like at the point where, like, you know, we'll take care of the music as long as they take care of everything else, you know. And we're just, I mean, right now we're in between labels, and we're working on a new record, so we're like currently looking for a good label that will actually like follow through on what they say they'll do. Treat us right.
I don't have much to say about labels. Absolutely. For me, it was easy. I dropped out of like freshman year of high school, so I was about, I don't know really how old you are.
Like 14?
Like 15, like 15 years old. So I was living at home, obviously, you know, as any like 15-year-old kid does, and it was just around the time that we started playing music, you know, and that kind of just like simultaneously happened. You know, it was a happy accident, really, because that was just like probably the most perfect thing that could happen, you know, when a kid is just knows what he doesn't want to do, but doesn't really know what he wants to do, you know? So we started playing music, and it was just like the best thing that could happen to me, you know? My whole life changed. And I knew it would, you know, even dropping out of school, that's a big change, but
yeah, like
I mean, we started...
There's a certain point in your life where you just realize, like, this is what I should be doing, and this is what I will be doing.
That was about it,
right there. You don't want to be like everybody else in this world.
We just started playing house shows, and, you know, and just like, you know, having like 16, 17-year-old like little girls, you know, loving us and shit, and like, you know, you don't have that, you know, no 16, you know, like 17-year-old kid really has it, and then that just grew and grew, and got more intense, you know, and that was basically the start of me and his relationship, which is now I can like easily call him my best friend, you know. So that was like, yeah, that definitely was the beginning of the end. Right there.
For him and I, we really fed off of each other because we grew up together. You know, I've known him since first grade. He's been my best friend ever since. And in middle school, we were always the ones that, like, girls' parents would tell them to stay away from us or watch out for us. Teachers would, you know, be the ones kicking us out of class, and we would show up with a ripped up Ramon shirt and some ripped up jeans and shit. We didn't care about anything, you know. We just wanted to.
We were pretty much like
do what we wanted, you know.
I feel like I haven't really ever changed. Like I've ever since like I was a kid. Like I pretty much always knew I wanted to do this, and I got my first guitar when I was 10, and on the way home from the guitar shop, there was a Tower Records like next door, and I was with my dad, and I picked up like the Ramones anthology and Rocket to Russia and stuff, and like it just like clicked with me, like, and like, you know, like what they were singing about, and like all like the simplicity of it and everything, and the look and all that shit, like it just clicked with me, and it was the first time where I was like, you know, I felt like I was like understood, you know what I mean, like. And it was the first time I ever felt like, oh, like, you know, I could have been in this band. Like I really felt like I was, you know, like connected with me. And I just got completely obsessed. And I learned how to play guitar by playing along to those records. And then like, you know, through the Ramones is how I found out about all those other bands, like, you know, the whole British punk thing and Stooges and all that shit. And it's just like, it was something that I was able to relate to, and that I wasn't getting in, you know, the rest of my life, like in school or whatever.
It was, first there was no start, it was all just kind of always there, and you realized it at different points in your life.